Hi, my name is Nana and welcome to my channel, A Puzzling Lamb. So in this haul video, as you can see from the title of the video, I've decided to show you my June and my July puzzles. In both June and July, I actually was really good and didn't buy very many puzzles for my standards. I am very well aware that it's still a lot of puzzles, but for me, I was really good. So therefore, I decided to group together the 2 months. So let's start with June. And the first puzzle I have here is a New York Puzzle Company puzzle. So I bought this from Puslespilsbutikken, and as you can see, it's a very wintry. It's a winter puzzle called Homeward. The reason I bought this one in June is that it was on sale, and it's a puzzle I've been looking at for quite a while. I really enjoy New York Puzzle Company puzzles, and I've become a big fan of this artist, Laura Pemberton. So you can see some of the other puzzles with her art. So I also have already had this puzzle here by the same artist, and I also have a Christmas one. I don't think it's on here. I would really love to have this puzzle here. I think is so cute. I would love to have that one. But anyway, I bought this puzzle. I haven't done it yet, but I'm sure I will do it in the winter. It's just so beautiful. It's 500 pieces and it's a square puzzle. And I really enjoy New York Puzzle Company's puzzles. And then when I bought that puzzle, I also bought, and this is not a puzzle, but it is related. So Puslespilsbutikken, I've talked about a lot of times before. It's Denmark's only physical puzzle store, and she had just released these tote bags, I think you call them in English, with a really cute illustration of the puzzle store in Helsingør. And this is actually, I have later gotten another tote bag. So this is actually not the exact one that I got when I bought that puzzle. But I actually just use my tote bag so much. I use it for everything. So it's really great to have another one. And it's just what you call that, the shape of it is just different from all other tote bags I've had before. So you can see it's more like long this way. It has a shaped, do you call it that, bottom here, and it just really fits nicely on my shoulder. Not all tote bags does that. And I use it all the time, and it's perfect to carry around puzzles. So love this one, can really recommend it. I do believe if she still has that offer, but I think that because Bettina, who runs Puslespilsbutikken, is also the owner of the brand Penny Puzzle, this brand you have here. And I do believe if you buy from Puslespilsbutikken and you have 3 of her puzzles in your shopping cart, if you buy 3 of her puzzles, you do get this one for free. But you can also buy it without buying other puzzles. And I can really recommend it. It's a really lovely quality, as I said. So this one is a new one for me, but I have the other one somewhere in my bag. I think use it all the time. Then I have a little mini puzzle. So this is from Lungi. I have a few of their puzzles. So let me see if I can show you the image. I'll try and put up a better image of the puzzle. I have actually done this one now. So this one actually was gifted to me by a friend. I was standing in a store looking at this and didn't quite know whether to buy it or not, because I really wasn't supposed to spend money on puzzles. And then she just bought it for me just because she's really nice. So I love these small mini puzzles. It's Let me just see. I believe it's 150 pieces. Yeah, these are really cute. You can't see them now. I have a few of these mini puzzles in tubes from a few different brands. And then the next one is a puzzle I got in a Puzzle Race DK competition. So those are online competitions organized by Puslestudiet. And I believe I wrote it down. It was Puzzle Race DK number 7. And we got this Pieces and Peace puzzle. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's called Tropical Vibes. 500 pieces. And yeah, it's just really beautiful. I believe with this puzzle, we all got the same puzzle. But but there were 2 different sized boxes, because Pieces and Peace have always had their puzzles in these really 2 big puzzle boxes. It's really the only negative thing about Pieces and Peace. The fit of the pieces is a little bit loose, but other than that, it's the size of the boxes for me. I'm not a fan. But apparently, I haven't seen a box in real life, but apparently they've made their puzzle smaller. So it's the same size. Let me see if I can get it. So I think they made their puzzle boxes the same size as these Hachette ones here. And I do believe that Hachette and Pieces and Peace and I think Bluebird are all like owned by the same company. So you can see they're almost, not quite, but almost half the size, these boxes. So supposedly Pieces and Peace have changed their box sizes, and I am a big fan of that. The only thing is that I have quite a few Pieces and Peace boxes, so it's not going to fit anymore. I would love if you were able to buy just the boxes, some new boxes in the new size for puzzles you already had. But yeah, that's just me. That's a bit crazy. But back to this puzzle. Absolutely beautiful. Just my style, but I still really felt like I struggled with it as a speed puzzle. I don't know, it's a long time now since I did it, but I just remember, having a few issues. Even though the style is, right up my alley. I really love it. I just think there was a lot of green. It took me a while to spot the different kind of textures. Also, there was some with the waterfall here that it's kind of split in 2, and there's a little bit here. And up until this competition, I had always, in these Puzzle Race DK competitions, gotten a spot in the top 10. I didn't with this one. This was my worst placement yet. I came in 14th place, which, at first I was a little bit disappointed with it, but then I looked at my time, and my time with this was actually only 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 43 seconds. So I had a really great time with it, also considering that I actually felt like I struggled with it. So I just had to remind myself that it's not about the placement, and that I actually got a really great time with this one. And also still 14th place out of 30, I believe, participants is also really, really great. It's just that I had been in the top 10 always, that, just right in the moment, I felt a little bit disappointed, but I don't anymore. And this is, I think, at least for a while, a keeper in my collection, because I love having these 500-piece puzzles also to speed puzzle, but I would also love to do it without speed puzzling and just taking it slow. Then I have a few puzzles I got secondhand. So I got this puzzle secondhand, and let me see if I can get it into frame here properly so you can see I lost the word. I can't remember what you call this format. It's a really long format. So I don't know, does it have a brand on it? Impact, I think. Impact. And it actually does say the photographer Dennis Flaherty. I don't know. You can see it here. But yeah, as you can see, it's a photograph. I'm normally not a big fan of photographs, but I just thought there was something really interesting about this. It's almost just a big gradient puzzle. I have put it together. I will say this text here, Grand Canyon National Park, that is on the puzzle image. I was kind of hoping it was just on the box here, just because I know it would look cleaner without it. But it was on it. But I did it, and it was really fun. And oh yeah, they say it's over 500 pieces. Don't know exactly what that means. But yeah, it was fun to put together. A little bit difficult, but not impossible at all. And it had some really fun, weird, random cut piece shapes. And the pieces themselves actually felt like a nice quality, but it was an extremely loose fit. One of the loosest fitting puzzles I've ever had. But yeah, nonetheless, it was really fun to put together, but I am probably going to sell it now. Just don't see myself doing it again. But a beautiful puzzle, and it does take a lot for me to buy a photograph. I really have to like the image. And yeah, this one was great. And then another one I found secondhand that I haven't done before, Murder by the Pyramids, a mystery jigsaw puzzle. So this is not the image on the puzzle. Wouldn't have minded actually if that was the image on the puzzle. I do actually like this, artwork here. But it's a 1,000-piece puzzle from Be Puzzled, I think. And yeah, it's one of those where there's a story to it, a mystery, and then you have to solve the puzzle. You don't have the image, and then with the help of the puzzle, solve the mystery. So as you can see here, there are some other puzzles in this series, and I actually think I've seen these online before. But yeah, I have no idea what the image is going to be. Have a feeling perhaps that it's not an image I will particularly like. It's probably a photograph, I don't know. But it was fun. It was secondhand. It didn't cost anything. So yeah, I'll try it. See what it's about. And then I only have 3 puzzles left for the month of June. And all 3 puzzles were gifted to me by the company. And it's these Wonderpieces puzzles. And I actually already have a review video about this brand and about this specific puzzle on my channel. So I'll link it. I think it's up here. I'll link it up here. So this is a German brand. If you want to know more about this brand and these puzzles, go check out my review of them. As I said in the review video, I put together this really fun image. So this is called What I Really Want by Sandra Bayer. Then there's this puzzle, and go check out my review, but spoiler for the review, I really love these puzzles. It's amazing quality. Then I have this one, Everybody Has a Body by Slinger. Probably pronounced incorrectly. I have done this one. This was the first one I did from the brand. So much fun. And this puzzle is not as difficult as it looked. I was expecting it to be more difficult because it's so busy and the same colors, multiple places. But yeah, it actually wasn't that difficult. And then the last one from them, Staring into the Void. I'm not going to pronounce that artist. You can see it here in the box. I haven't put this one together yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Some absolutely beautiful colors. And again, one that looks a bit difficult, but I'm hoping that there's so much gradient here in the background that it won't be too bad. And yeah, really beautiful image. Some amazing boxes, amazing quality. Again, check out my review video if you want to hear more. Know more about those puzzles. So that was all my June puzzles. Let me just clear those away and get my July puzzles closer to me. In July, Puslestudiet, the organizer of the online puzzle competitions Puzzle Race DK that I talked about just right before, put up some more competition puzzles for sale. So of course I bought all of those. Those puzzles I will show you in some other hauls, because as I think I mentioned before, all of those competition puzzles I don't count as being part of my collection when I buy them, but first when I open them up and I do the competition. So the other one I showed you, I probably didn't actually buy in June, but the competition was in June, so I count the puzzle as being part of my collection in June. Anyway, I bought some more competition puzzles, but Puzzlestudiet actually also is slowly becoming a really great puzzle store in general. So you can buy a lot of the puzzles used for previous competitions, but they also have some other puzzles for sale. And so of course, when I bought all those competition puzzles, a few puzzles just jumped into my cart out of nowhere. So one of them, and I honestly really don't feel like getting that puzzle out, but this one. So I bought this one, Oleo. I'll put up a big image of it here. And you can see the puzzle here on top was one from a previous competition. So she now has quite a big selection of Oleo puzzles, and I really wanted this one. So this is just a beautiful puzzle. It's really easy. It's 500 pieces. I've put it together. I've put it together once normally, and then I've actually also speed puzzled it. Cannot remember my time at all on it. I'll put it up. But it's a really easy puzzle. The background, even though, there's nothing going on as such, it's really easy. There's a lot of color differences. There's some different leaves and butterflies and stuff you can put together, and all of the flowers around the girl and that the girl is holding is also super easy to put together. And yeah, I can really recommend that puzzle and can really recommend Oleo in general. It at first, when I did this at the competition, the one above it here, I actually thought that it was just the same quality as Penny Puzzle, Trevelle, all of those other brands that use that quality. It really felt like the same quality. Love it. It was first later when I had done it, and I actually think also first after I had done this one, that I noticed that in their 500-piece puzzles, at least, I haven't tried a 1,000-piece puzzle from them, but all of the pieces are the 2 in, 2 out shape. And that's not the case with Penny Puzzle. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I would always rather have more variation in the piece shape types. But yeah, I didn't notice. So obviously there's enough variation in the pieces anyway that it's not a big deal, at least for me. As I said, I just didn't notice. But anyway, yeah, I got this puzzle. I also got 2 puzzles from the brand Sto Puzzle. So Sto Puzzle is a brand I've been wanting to try for a long time. And yeah, Puzzlestudiet recently got some of their puzzles, and I think I'm pretty sure that it's the only place in Denmark that have these puzzles. And so I got 2. I got this 500-piece puzzle, and as you can see, the boxes is quite different. So it just has the name here on the front and some of the characters or things from the image on it. And then you have just this little section here of the image, but it does come with a poster. Let me just see if I can pull this one out. So you can see, again, this is a 500-piece puzzle, and this is the image here. I haven't put this one together yet, but I think it's just so much fun. Expecting this to be a little bit difficult because it's a lot of the same colors, but I just think it's so, yeah, the colors are really beautiful, and it's just a really fun image with all of these different animals going skiing. So really love this. It's an Italian brand. And the other one I got is a 1,000-piece puzzle. And it's this one. I'm not pronouncing the names of these. I know I would do it wrong. And this puzzle I am actually currently filming for a review video. It'll probably quite a while before it's out. It has taken, I think I've been filming this review for 1 or 2 weeks now. It has nothing to do with the puzzle that it's taking so long. I just don't really have the time for it, but started it anyway. And yeah, but anyway, I am doing a review on this, so it is coming. The poster, it's empty, this box, because as I said, I'm doing this puzzle right now. So I don't have the poster with me either. I'll put up an image of it. It's absolutely beautiful, this image. It's so much fun. So yeah, keep an eye out. A review of this brand is coming, and I'm just so happy that Puzzle Studio started to sell these puzzles. And yeah, as I said, Puzzle Studio is turning out to be a really great puzzle store with some really interesting puzzles. It's worth checking out. It's not the biggest puzzle store right now, you know, they don't have that many puzzles, but it is slowly coming, and yeah, they're just, all of them, yeah, it feels really curated, do you call it that, what puzzles are in that store. Then I have just one second-hand puzzle for July, and it's this one, which, as if you have seen other of my videos, will probably see is not actually really my style, but I bought this with the intention of speed puzzling it, and I bought it actually on a hiking vacation. So when we had made it to our last stop, to the place we were going to be for a few days, there were a second-hand store, and they had a few puzzles, and they had this one. So yeah, I thought it would be great for speed puzzle practice, and then we actually ended up doing it on vacation there in our cabin. Just, you know, we were mostly just to see if all the pieces were there. There were quite a lot of pieces still stuck together, so we didn't take those apart. And I have done it, and I actually have it here. So I have done it, and I actually have it here in sections because, you know, the lighting wasn't that great in that cabin, so I didn't feel like I could take some proper pictures of it. So yeah, I just took it apart like this, and I actually don't think I have taken any pictures of it yet. But it's actually really great quality. The brand, I don't know if it's that Sherlock, if that's the brand. Never seen it before. It, like, from the box, it doesn't seem like a really great quality brand. But yeah, the pieces were really nice. And yeah, as I said, not an image that is typical me, but it was still fun to do. And I am someday going to actually try and speed puzzle it. A bit difficult, this image with all of these flowers, but yeah, and I paid nothing for it, so it's also really great that all the pieces were there. I only have 2 puzzles left, and the next one here, a lot of you will probably recognize right away, because it seems like everyone have done this. Everyone who is just slightly interested in speed puzzling have done this puzzle. And I managed to get my hands on it, and it's this Inside Out 2 puzzle from Ravnsburger. So the reason, I was interested in this puzzle, it's a fun image, but it's mostly because it seemed like everybody who speed puzzled this got the best time ever. It's a really easy image. So I got this one, and then because, you know, this was over the summer, I was kind of out of practice with speed puzzling, and I just felt like I only wanted to do this puzzle when I was actually like in a state where I knew I could get the best time that I would be able to. I wanted to be a bit more in practice. So it took a while before I got to it, but I have actually recently put it together. And before this puzzle, my fastest time for speed puzzle, both for first and second and everything attempt, but it was a first attempt that I got a time of like 53 something. I can't remember my exact time. So with this puzzle, I was really hoping I could get under 50 minutes for the first time. And I did it. And I did it in 44 minutes and 29 seconds. So not only did I get my fastest time ever, I came under 50 minutes, and it was also not even close to 50 minutes. So yeah, really, if you want a fast puzzle, this is it. Now, I have lent it to my mother, who have done it without speed puzzling it, and she also really enjoyed it. So even if you're not into speed puzzling, it's still a really fun, really easy puzzle to do. So yeah, I think I didn't do the edge first, but I flipped over all the pieces, and then I basically just did one section at a time. So I started by pulling out all of the green here. Then I believe I pulled out this one here. Then I pulled out these two at the same time, but I were able to, see what section was which. So I did those. Then I tried to do this section. When I pulled out pieces for this section, I also got a little bit of that character here. I've only seen Inside Out 1. I haven't seen the second one yet, so I don't know all of these characters. But yeah, I got a few of those at the same time, so I did put those together. Then I did this section here, and then I put Joy together here, and then I had a lot of, yellow pieces here that were a bit mixed together, but it was still pretty easy to tell which was which. So yeah, I just went really fast. This is a keeper in my collection. I really want to try it again. It could be exciting to see if I could get under 40 minutes at some point. And I also just think that this puzzle is really nice to have if I've had a period where I really haven't speed puzzled a lot. I think would be nice to have such an easy puzzle to do, to just like get into it again. Yeah, so I'm really happy I got it. My fastest time ever, first time under 50 minutes. And I do know that, I think it's really impressive that I got under 50 minutes. I also know that people have gotten some crazy fast times with this puzzle. So if you want a fast experience, get your hands on this puzzle. Now there's only one puzzle left from this haul. So the next puzzle here was on a day trip to the town Ribe. And in Ribe, turns out, I didn't know that, there is a Bo Bendiksen shop where you can buy, all sorts of things like postcards and cups and t-shirts and all sort of things with Bo Bendiksen's art. And you can buy puzzles, it turned out. I think it was relatively new that there are puzzles with his art. So there were two to choose from, 2,000-piece puzzles. One with a collage of like land animals and one with a collage of sea life. And I got the one with sea life. So this is just so cute. I have put it together. It was so easy to put together. I believe I started with the edge and then I just pulled out like a few of the sections. I didn't do a full sort, but I think like this one and the pink one, there were a few, like 3 perhaps, I pulled out, put those together, and then I pulled out 3 to 4 more and put those together. And it was so much easy. It was so easy. It was so much fun. Yeah, really recommend it. I don't think here you can see, I'll just quickly put up an image of the other puzzle you can buy. But yeah, I really love this one. I think the thing that made me choose this puzzle is that with the other one, all of the images are like, these kind of close-ups of animals. But with this, as you can see, there are also a few where it's more like patterns. So really like that variation. And yeah, it's just so much fun. Clean lines, bright colors. And I love how, even though it's like this really like simplistic design of these animals, there's just so much personality in each of them. Yeah, I love this. I would really love if they made some more puzzles, perhaps some 500-piece puzzles, perhaps some mini puzzles. I could see like each of these sections being a small 100-piece puzzle. Yeah, but I'm really glad that I got a hold of this, and it was a really lovely quality, nice velvety finish. It's also on the box here. No false fits. It was actually when I first saw the pieces, I thought again it was the same with these penny puzzle, but they are not quite the same. The box is also not quite the same, but yeah, it has this velvety feel, but yeah, it really reminded me of the penny puzzle quality. Yeah, and now it's, yeah, I actually put it together, took it apart, sorry, in sections. So I think I actually just did 4 sections here because I thought that it would just be fun to have some really quick puzzles like that. There is a poster included. It is a full-size poster, which I am, if you've seen other of my videos, I'm not a big fan of full-size posters. I don't mind it in this puzzle because with that image, I really didn't need anything else than the box. It's not so detailed that I needed to sit with a poster. And the thing with this poster is, as you can see, all of the folds in the poster are actually right here between the sections. So you could actually frame this poster and not be able to see all of these folds, because that is also, with full-size posters like that, I mean, you can frame them. I wouldn't frame them because you can usually really see that it's been folded up at some point, but I don't think you'll be able to really tell with this one. So yeah, don't mind that much. But yeah, also wouldn't mind if they had a smaller poster. Anyway, loved the, see if I can get this back together. Absolutely loved this puzzle, and we'll probably buy the other one at some point. Yeah, so that was all the puzzles for my June and July. Remember, I have that, you can see them now, I have that Wonderpieces review if you want to know more about those puzzles. But tell me, have you tried any of these puzzles? Have you tried the Inside Out puzzle? Did you try to speed puzzle it? And what was your time? Did you get your best time ever with that puzzle? And yeah, there's a review video coming up about Sto puzzle. Yeah, I really don't know if there are any other puzzles that would lend themselves to a review video. I don't know if it would be fun to do this in a YouTube video, but also it would be filled with spoilers, so I don't know if you'd be interested in that. But yeah, let me know. And I think that was it. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing. See you next time.